All right, welcome back to Gallant Sector, and this is my Walking Dead season 7 mid-season finale review, and I would have to say I think this is probably one of the highlight episodes so far in this first half of The Walking Dead. Now I understand some people didn't like some of the episodes. That happens every season, I believe. There's episodes where people say, oh, it was too boring. It felt like it didn't serve any purpose. I want to get back to the main story. Why'd you focus on this one person? People really have problems when they focus just on one person's story. I think the episode last season when they focused on Morgan, what happened to him after Rick last saw him, I thought that episode went over pretty well. That was pretty good. You met the cheesemaker. You learned how Morgan became such a calm person. You also saw where he learned his defensive techniques, how he fights now and everything. And I thought that was great for character development. That's usually what those standalone episodes are about. This episode incorporated almost everybody you wanted to see, and it dealt with them some way, some form, somehow. Okay, so first I want to talk about Coral. Coral is still at the kingdom, and it seems that Ezekiel has taken a liking to her, but she wants to be left alone. She gets visited by Ezekiel's right-hand man, but Morgan's also there too. Morgan visited her, and she was telling Morgan, I want to be left alone, but Ezekiel's right-hand man, he comes and he tells them about the saviors. But of course, both Coral and Morgan want nothing to do with it. They want peace now. They're thinking about staying there. And this upsets, the fellow kingdom member, and he leaves off. And he goes crying his trailer. But what I like about this is we all know Coral's really, she's a killing machine. If she needs to get something done, she gets it done. Right now, she's in a space where she's just like, no more of that. She wanted to die, and she just come to terms with, okay, maybe I'll live again. I just don't want to go back to all that chaos that we came from. And Morgan's the same way. But sooner or later, things are going to turn around. You know, I believe that. People are going to have to stop Negan. Negan is not going to stop. He's going to keep taking. And when he sees something that he likes, he wants to take all of it, not just some. Or he wants to at least affect all of it, not just some elements. Okay, now Spencer. People have been wanting Spencer to die for a while just because of his dislike of Rick. We know Rick better than Spencer. You got to realize that. Spencer don't know what we know. He didn't see what Rick went through and why Rick is the way he is. He just knows Rick took over, his mom died, a lot of bad stuff happened. We all know that stuff was going to happen anyway. So people wanted Spence to die. I was thinking, okay, maybe this is the episode where Spence is going to die. He wants to go talk to Negan. And I was hoping he wouldn't say anything about Rick. But he did, and I knew where that was going to take things. Negan realized Rick gets stuff from me. Rick doesn't like me. Rick told me he'd kill me, and he's out here getting stuff just to protect everybody here. You, on the other hand, you want to get rid of Rick so you can run things, but you're a coward because you can't get rid of Rick and you want me to do it for you. I don't need no cowards. I don't want to do stuff for people. I need people to do stuff for me. And he just guts Spencer. Guts fall all over the place. Spencer's dead. I'm like, oh man, I seen it coming. Spencer, you should have never mentioned that you want Rick out of the picture and you want to run the place. Don't negotiate with a maniac unless you're willing to give your life for that negotiation. Some other things happen. Rick was out, scavenging with Aaron, and when they get back, the Sabers thought Aaron had a gesture towards them, tried to make fun of them, and they beat the hell out of Aaron. And Rick was just really turned off about this. But Rosita, she finally used that bullet and tried to kill Negan. After Negan gutted Spencer, Rosita shot at him, but he just happened to be swinging Lucille, and the bullet hits Lucille. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, he's pissed. He's more pissed that Lucille got shot than that somebody tried to shoot at him. So he holds her down. He wants to know who made the bullet. He was analyzing the shell case and could tell that it was manufactured recently and newly manufactured. Somebody who's just new to it, a novice at making bullets. And he wants to know who did it. She wouldn't tell. She wanted to say, I did it. He didn't believe her. So he had his flunky, this gorgeous little woman of color, shoot another person. I don't know. I guess they're getting rid of some disposable people. And it seems like that's what Spencer was. He was disposable. They build certain characters up just so when they kill them off, they don't have to keep killing off these characters we've been with for a long time and the more important characters. If any of that's going to happen, it's definitely going to happen later on in the season, not halfway through. Negan just being as menacing as he is. So Rick has just really come to terms with, you know what? I gotta stop this guy. He's unbelievable. He will not stop. I'm getting stuff on him. I'm out here breaking my back. I'm almost dying to give this guy stuff to keep people safe, and I can't keep people safe because he's not safe. I gotta take him out. We got our old Rick back. Rick's not broken and scared anymore, which I don't think he was really ever scared. He just was worried about keeping people safe for the time being. Now he realized I gotta finish this thing, and that's where Michonne comes in. I really like the Michonne and Rick relationship. You know, at this point in the comics, Rick had another relationship, and it's a little different because the show went a different route. Somebody didn't make it this long in the show, on the series. Michonne encourages him and tells him, we got to fight back. I wanted to do something. I found out where Negan's base is. I went on my own. There's so many of them. I can't do it by myself. I wanted to be Al plan. That was sexy when she said that. Hey, Rick comes to terms and he's like, yeah, I know what we have to do. So he goes to the hilltop to tell them, we are going to have to come up with a plan to get rid of Negan. I'm ready. Daryl's at the hilltop. Early in the episode, we saw Daryl finally get out of, you know, that stronghold where Negan's base is. And there was a note. Somebody, you know, was breaking him out. And I think everybody was wondering who could it be, and it was Jesus. Well, we saw Jesus riding off on the truck when Negan was going back to Alexandria, but he must have rolled off again and decided to go get Daryl. So Daryl's back, and the moment when Rick looks at Daryl, and he walks over to him, and he's looking at him like, you okay? And Daryl's shaking his head like, and then, you know, Daryl, you can see he starts breaking down crying and he hugs Rick. Man, all the feels, man. Now, I'm not a person that cries a lot, but I will tell you, I do get choked up a lot. I'll get teary-eyed in an instant, and that did it for me. I was like, oh, man, you felt it. If you didn't feel it, I'm sorry. You're just not in tune with your feelings like I am. I can immerse myself into whatever I'm watching. I can feel somewhat of what those people were trying to portray. I can do that. I got that imagination, you know what I mean? Or say this episode was good. This was a good episode to end the mid-season finale on. And they also showed us a little preview of what's to come on the next episode. And Rick and team go to the kingdom and let the kingdom know we need y'all help. We got to strike against them. If we don't, it's going to turn out bad for you, us, and others. We can do this. And Rick's back, and it's going to go down. I can't wait till it goes down. Negan was just as menacing as he's ever been, and he gets even worse when people don't want to follow the rules. But, you know, they do a good job. I think overall this whole mid-season finale was great. It was great. It was what I wanted. And I think a lot of us wanted something like this earlier. They do a good job of building up. So when we finally do get something good like this, it feels really good. So one of the highlights of this episode for me was Daryl being back with who he needed to be with. For some reason, I really gravitated towards that. I mean, he had to be homesick. It seemed like he was going to be broken a couple times, but he never really did break. He might have broke down and cried, but sometimes that's good. Crying gets the sad out. So let me know if you watched the episode. Did you like it? Anything that you saw they could have done better? How did you rate it among the rest of the episodes this season? I think the only episode that was better than this probably was, you know, the one where Carl finally got to Negan and Negan took him around and showed him how things work where he at. Or the premiere episode this season with the deaths finally being revealed. So anyway, if you like the review, like the video, share it and subscribe. And I will see you next time.